Hello friends, welcome to Hello English. My name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. In today's video, I will share with you 5 amazing tips. 5 different ways how you can improve your English speaking skill. These tips will surely help you to gain more fluency in English. Many of us, we can write English, we can read in English, we are good in listening. But when it comes to speaking, we fumble, we get nervous. So, my dear friends, this lesson will help you to build that quality inside you. If you're facing this type of issue, please watch till the end. And yes, before we start, one small request. If you like this video, please do subscribe. Once, when I was traveling to a monastery, I met a monk. And you will not believe me, my dear. He speaks English so well. His fluency was amazing. So I thought, let me ask him, what is the secret of his fluency? He told me 5 things, 5 strategies which he applied in his life, and that helped him to gain fluency. So I'm here today with these 5 amazing strategies. Let's begin with number 1. You may think, well, this video is all about fluency. How come listening is coming here? If you want to gain fluency, listening plays a very big role. When you listen to English conversation, the subconscious part of the brain, it keeps working. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are learning English. Let me explain you with some example. Let us consider the preposition in and on. We will use some examples also for this. He was born in March. He was born in 1990. This is the usage of in. Now, when it comes to the usage of on, we have to use he was born on March 20th. He was born on Monday. You are confused right now, I'm sure, because as a beginner, we all get confused with in and on. Now, if you keep listening this, your confusion will slowly go away. How to overcome this problem? Well, if you listen to a lot of English conversation, you will hear the correct usage many times in various contexts. As for example, you will come across sentences like, I was born in 1997. My parents moved to the US in 1985. I graduated college in 2008. After listening to this often, you will be familiar where to use in. At some point, saying I was born on some year will sound wrong to you. And saying I was born in this year will sound correct and appropriate. So as you keep listening, the correct statement, the correct usage of in and on will get settled in your mind and you will not make mistake. Now just imagine that you are reading a book. Will this thing come to you automatically? It will take time. It will take a lot of time. So listening plays a bigger role than reading and memorizing. When our teacher explains us in the school, you understand that. But you will have to actively recall that information in order to use the preposition correctly. That is why you must listen to English whenever you can, as much as possible. Let's move on to point number 2. Now imagine that you want to build a bridge. You will get all the items and slowly a bridge will be made. But if you get a bridge ready-made, you can just put it on the either side and the bridge is done. It's made. It gets so easy. Same way, if you use full sentences, just remove one word and put one more word. Let me explain you with some examples. If you speak English fluently, you would be very fluent. Another one. If you try, you will succeed. Next, if she tells me her name, I would find her CV. Next, if she reads books, she would have better vocabulary. Now, interchange this. I will pass the exam if I study hard. It's easy, right? In this way, try to learn. English will get easy for you and you will learn faster. Let's move on to point number 3. Whenever you go out, before that, make some preparation. Suppose you have an interview. Suppose you have a speech. Suppose you need to meet someone. Make some preparation at home. In that way, 2 things you will develop. 1, your confidence level will be high when you speak because you're prepared. Secondly, when your confidence level is high, your nervousness will just fly away. You will sound more natural. For that, you need to keep some topics in mind. Most of the time, in most of the places, these topics are used. What are those topics? Like talking about yourself, talking about your family, about your hobbies, memorable moments, challenging moments, your goals in life. Prepare 4 to 5 sentences of all these topics. Initially, you may sound like you are reading some script. With regular practice, it will be natural. So whenever you speak to someone on these topics, you will not fumble, you will sound more confident. Just for example, talking about yourself. Write it down from the internet or from any book, in whatever way you can. Like, my name is Rupam. I live in Bangalore. I am a teacher and I love traveling. So these are the few sentences which you have jotted it down. You wrote it down. It's time for you to put it in your mind. And when you come across some people where you discuss this topic, it gets easy for you to talk. Very soon, you will become a fluent and a confident speaker. So, my dear friends, let's move on to point number 4. Whenever you read something, read it loud. When I say read loud, it means that you are not only reading, so many things are happening. Your mouth is doing the work. Your mouth is gaining fluency. Your listening skill is also developing. Your reading skill is also developing. So many things are happening, my dear friends. So remember, whenever you read, try to read aloud. Take a short passage, okay? Read once. Just monitor the time. Suppose you took 1 minute on the first time. Again you read the same thing and check how much time you took. Maybe 50 seconds. Try the same thing on the third time also. I am sure your count will go down to 45 seconds, to 40 seconds. And whatever you read, you will sound more natural this time. Try this technique. Let's move on to the final one. There are enormous numbers of English words. Say 1,72,000 plus. Is it possible to remember so many words? Not at all. But there are few words in every field that you can remember and use it in your daily life. As for example, in the case of business, take the word like contract, death, loan, profit. In the case of healthcare, you can take disease, medicine, surgery, treatment. In the case of law enforcement, words like arrest, bail, crime, court. Movie words, director, plot, sequel, theater. Science words, experiment, laboratory, research. These words, which I just told you now, is not as common like breakfast, like happy, like love. But whenever you talk on those topics, suppose for example, when you talk about healthcare, you need to talk about disease. These all things are related. So, it is very important to keep few words in your mind because you will need it whenever you discuss on certain topics. Native speaker, good English speakers, they use all these words. If you want to express yourself effectively, you must master these words as well. So, choose different words from different fields and try to memorize those. It will help you whenever you are speaking in English. This way, you get to learn and practice vocabularies related to various fields. So, my dear friends, what are the 5 topics we discussed today? Number 1, listen to English conversation. Number 2, learn in chunks. Number 3, sound well prepared. Number 4, speed reading and reading aloud. Number 5, expose yourself to a wide range of vocabulary. I'm sure you will gain a lot of information from this video. If you like this video, please do subscribe and let me know if you want to learn anything more. I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.